But of course, the Chicano Batman, Goldtoes, maybe Superman came wet. I had to wear my little, you feel me, my little SF sucker free to show love. He went out there flamed up. But remember, he was asked a question.
Little backup.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Well, this is take nothing away when it comes to his music and the entertainment part of SPM. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. SPM is a great artist. We can't separate the artist from the music or from his personal life. Like if I hear R. Kelly, I don't just run over there and go turn off the music. Come to my hotel, you know. But I also don't look for his music online. But if anybody started tripping on me for playing his music, it'd be an issue. American Cholo, shout out to him, is having an adult conversation with Goldtoes. Two adult men having adult conversations. Remember, look at every interview. The food community, Icon asked him about SPM. Here, a caller, kind of American Cholo, they ask him about SPM. I never have ever heard, me personally, I'm talking about when I'm just with Goldtoes, ever him speak on SPM in any way or campaign for him in any way. He said what he said. He said, let SPM come out, speak for himself. He said, what has he said so far? That there are some things that are wrong and there are some things that are right. And he has to address all of that. And he will when he gets out. But he's still extremely relevant in the music industry, no matter what you want to say. As you can tell, we're all talking about it. Still, 20 years later, that's what American Cholos is saying.
Right.
So I know Baby Bash, and I've talked to them about a little bit of those things, and there is some shade in there. But for me, I don't support SPM on my personal level just because any kind of charge like that is just something I can't be part of regardless. And that's why we need to hear from him, not from Goldtoes, not from American Cholo. And we can, and even the hater world, he came in talking about like, is Goldtoes stirring the pot? Hey, shout out to the hater world. I don't know if you know, I had to give him a shout out, man. I had to say, hey, you know what, is my bad for coming at you a little bit salty, coming at you, in the beginning, and we had this back and forth, but he's a professional, he's consistent, and I respect his work. So go subscribe to the Hater World if you haven't already. He's a factor in the game, but I don't agree with him that he's trying to stir up the pot in this question. There's a caller asked, and all Goldtoes again does is giving education. He's not saying this or that. All he is saying is, if you're gonna hate on Jenny, go look at all the other people that are interacting with SPM over the years. And he gave him an album. The album right here. It's by Baby Bash, And he just said, go look, Player Made Mexicans. All he said was go look at that album and see who's on that. And I don't think that's stirring up the pot. I think that's giving education. I think that's giving an answer to a question. That he wasn't trying to stir up the pot. He was answering a question and saying, hey, listen, I'm not even going to say it. Look at me. I would just say, hey, this is Pocho. I would just say, hey, dog, if you're going to hate on Jenny 6ix9ine, go look at all the other people that interacted with him over years and go talk shit to them and go jump them and stuff like that, right? But he didn't say that. He just said, hey, go look at the album and you can find out for yourself and come to your own conclusions. That's the thing. You come to your own conclusion. Look at what he did. He came down to help a woman, empower a woman. The other woman, shout out to her, she was kidnapped and taken for years, or a couple days, in Vallejo. So he never met her, but they talked on the internet. And so now he's helping two women tell their stories. Two women from the hood. Two brown queens tell their stories on American Cholo. He's giving opportunity, as he always does. Look at every situation that Goldtoes is in, and you will see an opportunity granted, given, and bossed up, because he's a boss like that. There should be no hate on Goldtoes when it comes to this. He worked with them. People that are caught in the middle of sticky situations should not be guilty with the rest of, or with the person that's dealing with whatever they're dealing with. Just because we know people that do bad things or have bad things done to them, that doesn't mean that it has anything to do with us. I've tried to stay in my lane, but one thing I'm not going to do is have people recreate narratives about my homeboy, because I know how Goldtoes moves online, outside of line. The whole time I've known Goldtoes, do you know that I've never felt nothing but love from him? No shadiness. Even when people hate on me or try to throw shade on my name, he stands up for me. Or he like settles me down when I want to when I want to hate on like the food community or Icon or other people. He calms me down and says, it's not even worth it, bro. He's somebody that's really trying to bring our people together, not for some big romantic reason, but just because it makes sense. He always says this, the biggest advice I could give somebody coming into the music industry or the entertainment industry is just be nice. Just be nice. And Goldtoes is being nice. All he said, again, a question was asked. And he educated the community. If you're going to hate on Jenny, go look at all the other people. And then you go look and Capone's over there running. Everybody's running to clear their name. That's when now I know Capone definitely knew that SPM was a part of that, because he ran to clear his name immediately. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't a big deal, why don't you just let it go? It was years ago, right, bro?